All right. This is a story where you don't want to be the person in the middle of it. In fact, you don't want to be two people. This is a back-to-back story on Vitaly and his cameraman. Now, many of you, especially longtime viewers, are asking, Kit, how come we're talking about this? It's important because it has to deal with the space in regards to social media, in real life streaming, and of course the future of a lot of content creation. And the one thing that I am ever hopeful for, and maybe I'm too much of an idealist at this point, is that the internet can be used to share culture, build bridges, and end the divide against us. But sadly, there are evil scumbag, clout hungry people who are given a large platform and then use that power for evil, harassment, abuse, bullying. And I am in the camp of standing up against bullies. And Vitaly is one of the long line of streamers who decided to become a nuisance streamer. Now, Vitaly used to be a big time YouTuber back in the day with prank channels. He had a major crash out when he assaulted a woman who was jogging. And then he made a comeback on Kick, doing a catch a predator kind of thing like Chris Hansen. The only difference is, at least as it stands with the reports, none of these quote unquote predators were arrested. So brilliant job, right? And so he had another crash out and decided to come back and did his infamous live stream in the Philippines, harassing people, stealing from stores, getting into people's personal space, making threats to people, and overall also harassing police and security officials. And that's the last thing you want to do, because as a Chicagoan, the last thing I'm going to go ahead and do, and that is harass any local sheriffs or anyone within the Chicago Police Department. Because if I were to do that, guess what? I'm 6 feet under. I'm DEAD, dead. Well, Vitaly decided to screw around, and as it stands right now, he is in jail. And the trial process is going to take 2 to 3 years. He's facing off against 5 charges. If he is found guilty for those 5 charges, he's facing up to 25 plus years. He is 34 years old. He'll probably be walking out of jail if he's found guilty. Again, there's a thing called the process, the legal process. He won't be getting out of jail till he's in his 70s. But now he is beyond cooked. As it stands right now, and I want to thank my viewers, especially hello to my viewers in the Philippines. I guess people who are subscribing to my channel in the Philippines. The president, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., has commented and did a reaction video on Vitaly and these quote unquote pranks that he was doing. Now, I would love to play the video, but because of, different rules for, streaming videos online, I don't want to have our channel get hit with any kind of strike. Each country is different, and it's important to really be safe here. So I will be linking the president of the Philippines video in the comment section as well as in the description box when I clip this video, so all of you could see it. But when the president, especially during an election cycle, is commenting on this kind of story, you know that Vitaly's cooked. I don't think Trump or Putin are going to bail him out on this one. They're going to make an example out of him. Case in point, I want to read this article here. And this is important because this is showing how the internet is standing up against these bullies. I don't like people like Johnny Somali or Ice Poseidon or Vitaly going into different countries, making all of us who want to visit these countries and enjoy the culture, music, and people, they're making us all look bad. Okay? I don't like bullies. I don't like these kind of people who have this kind of power, who think they could just bribe their way out, buy their way out, and harass people. This is wrong. So, the president of the Philippines, and this came out today, let's stand up against bullies. So, as it stands in Manila, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Monday vowed that his administration would not tolerate foreign vloggers who cause trouble and disrespect Filipinos merely for the sake of content. Fantastic. I like this, okay? I hate these scumbag streamers. And trust me on it, there's a lot of them out there who are very bad, very evil. This assurance came after the arrest of Russian vlogger Vitaly Zhoronovsky, who allegedly harassed Filipinos while filming in the Bonifacio Global City in Tayong. I hope I said that correct. I apologize if I got that wrong. I've been trying to pronounce it properly. So even before the show. So nonetheless, and it's allegedly the videos are out there, and I don't want to give any more credit to Vitaly with his filming of harassing women and police and security officials in the Philippines because it's downright disgusting behavior. The president, apparently shocked by the pranks carried out by the foreign content creator, described the latter as crazy. This person is out of his mind, Marcos said in his vlog in Filipino. He's not Filipino. Can I curse at him? Well, Mr. President, I think you can. So there you go. Marcos expressed disappointment over how vloggers who cause trouble, annoy, and disrespect others to gain followers had become part of social media. I agree with that. I don't like these kind of people who are doing this kind of stuff. And also, I want to mention this here. People unite. Filming it all, didn't he think he would get caught? How stupid. Well, the reason why that happened, the reason why he was doing it is because that scumbag little midget, aka Cabbage Boy, Ramsey Khalid Ishmael, or also known as Johnny Somali, last year was harassing and abusing people in Japan. And while Japan did put him in jail, he got away with it. He left. He's now banned from the country for, I believe, like maybe 5 years or so. But he got away with it. And it set a dangerous precedent for others to follow, because I was told by a good friend of mine that, look, kid, there are a lot of evil people out there and very depraved people out there that will watch that kind of content. And so, yeah, Johnny set the precedent of, oh, I could be a bully. I could say disrespectful things. I could be, harassing women and children. Yes, you heard that right. And other vloggers would follow. And it turns out, yeah, other vloggers, Kick streamers, Twitch streamers, YouTube streamers did the exact same thing. But what's good now is that people are saying enough. And I just want to say to the people of the Philippines, South Korea, and Japan, people like Johnny, people like Vitaly, people like Ice Poseidon, people like all these guys who are streaming and harassing people, they are not us. Enough is enough. So the president of the Philippines also went on to say, let's not adopt that kind of behavior. It's not the Filipino way, he said in Filipino. You can expect that those who do such things will not be allowed to continue doing them. Very good. The president also highlighted the kindness and respect inherent in Filipinos, but stressed that these values were being exploited. You know, when I went to Japan, I ran into some of the most wonderful, beautiful people out there. And when I recently did this commentary on Vitaly, all in the comment section, a lot of people who are from the Philippines saying, like, look, we're kind, we're generous, just don't hurt us. And that's it. I'm pretty sure when all of you are having a house party or a barbecue in your backyard or whatever, you're kind and generous. The last thing any of you want is someone to come in there harassing people, spitting on the food. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. Going on, the president, continuing on, sorry, I was going to read the same sentence again. It's natural for us to just laugh it off and not make a big deal of this kind of disrespect, but it doesn't mean our government will let this slide. Fantastic. We should stand up against bullies. Let me read that again. We should stand up against bullies. Let me read that again one more time. We should stand up against bullies, and you have the government support to deal with such people. Hopefully, this will serve as a lesson to those who try to come to the Philippines to insult and make a mockery of our fellow citizens, he also added. Fantastic. Now, look, this is the video. I am hesitant to play it because I am worried about, again, international copyright, and I could get the channel struck down. I don't want that to happen. So I will be posting the video for you, the viewers. No matter where you live, you can hear the president's response to it. So check it out. Listen to it. But when you have the sitting president of the Philippines respond on your case, you are beyond cooked. But it's more than that. Vitaly, cameraman. His cameraman's on the run. Now, his cameraman is from the Philippines. And you would think that his cameraman would say to Vitaly, hey, don't do this. Uh-oh, dude. No, I got to stop. I quit. I'm leaving. Screw this. I'm out of here. You would think a rational person would do that. I mean, you would think. But no, his cameraman did not do that. And now he's a man on the run. And here's the thing. Remember that episode of The Simpsons where Homer went to Krusty the Clown school, became like a Krusty the Clown, like, stand-in. And then Krusty owed money to the mob, and Homer, while pretending to be Krusty, or at least Krusty, like hiding, the mob confused Homer to be the actual Krusty the Clown. And when Fat Tony is trying to look for Krusty, is like, listen, I want to get everyone from Italy. I want to get everyone from the Jersey Shore. I want a total world search. Well, the internet, especially the people in the Philippines, are doing a total world search for Vitaly's a cameraman. All right. Meat's back on the menu, boys and girls. So I want to give a huge shout out to Legal Mindset, who managed to add some commentary on this. Please check out his channel. He has been one of the leading outstanding figures, along with Satoshi and a few others. Apologies if I'm missing any names, for standing up against people like Johnny Somali and Vitaly. So here's how Vitaly's cameraman is cooked.
Him being locked up, being detained. He is awaiting prosecution. They are not going to deport Vitaly. He is going to stay within a Filipino jail until he gets his trial, which could be 2 to 3 years, and then his sentence, which is expected to be somewhere between 5 years to maybe 10 years. So we're looking at, could be 20, but most people have predicted somewhere between 5 and 10 is reasonable amount of time that he might catch from those charges. Now, that said, while Vitaly is behind bars, and we are all happy about that here on this channel. In fact, if you like Vitaly being behind bars, smash that like button. But his
I agree.
Criminal accomplices, his local people that helped him, are the reason why he was able to do what he did. Without those people enabling him and showing him where to go, telling him the places to go, directing him, and most importantly, holding the camera, many of these crimes wouldn't be committed. In fact, some of these crimes, such as videotaping people without permission or videotaping in a certain area that he wasn't allowed to videotape in, those things were directly culpable on the cameraman, on the person who was holding that camera, who is a local by the name of Christopher P. Dantes, aka Sly Kane, as he goes by online, and he is still on Kick. Now, Vitaly has been, I believe, clicked off that platform by now, but this guy, Sly Kane, is still streaming on that platform. But let's give you a reminder as to his culpability as to this whole.
Now, listen, here's the thing. I think we all know this. Never self-snitch on yourself, okay? And Sly Kane, listen, buddy, people are going to be looking for you, honey child. The president of the Philippines just responded to Vitaly. You know what the president's also going to probably be wondering? Hey, who was filming Vitaly? Who was filming Vitaly? Who was filming Vitaly? Who was filming Vitaly? And Sly Kane, baby, honey child, you're a local. You're from the Philippines. I'm from Chicago, and I know you're beyond cooked. Buddy, you're a man on the lam. You're on the run. Yeah. No matter what you do, they're looking for you. Not only is it law enforcement and government officials, but it's the people. I mean, you got the biggest target on your back. Oof.
Incident. So I'm going to play a clip. This is from Grandpa Tozy's coverage of this, and you're going to just see exactly how involved this cameraman is, Sly Kane, Christopher P. Dantes.
Arc is back. Demon time. Saan po Shangri-La, kuya? Shangri-La?
So, bro, I know where we are.
Okay.
Don't you want to scare me?
Ooh, damn, this is cardio today, chat.
There he is.
There he is. All right. Total world search. And I'm willing to bet that the president of the Philippines is probably wondering, hey, because the president, hey, that's the commander in chief, just like here in the USA. Who is that guy? Let's go find him. Who is that guy? Let's go get him.
Yes, that's Christopher B. Dantes, Sly Kane, right there in form. Once again, he's the one holding the camera when Vitaly says demon time. When it's demon time, Sly Kane is there to help out Vitaly. Let's continue this and watch what he says about knowingly. Watch what he knows he did wrong.
Ain't that
Here,
some
hold
shit?
it. Just film it. Film
Okay.
it.
All right.
Boss, let me see.
Oh my God, so many laws have been broken today.
Dude, he's so many laws have been broken today.
By the way, lovelies, 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 lovelies. That's his Instagram page. He's on private, man. Oh, and by the way, here is his Kick account, you know. He streamed 1 day ago. But listen, buddy, man, I think you're messed up here, man. You done goofed. You done goofed. You done goofed.
There was so many laws have been broken today. And Atosi cut off at the same time I was going to cut off. But he knew. And when you have that, what we call mens rea, the state of mind where you know that you broke laws and you did it willingly. And you even saw that interaction. Vitaly said, film it. And he bent the knee and said, yes, sir, I'm going to film this for you. Right? He did it for him, knowing he was breaking the law. He knew intentionally what he was doing. We knew that the laws were broken. In fact, he knew that many laws were broken, not just one. And he did it anyways. He never stopped. He never turned the camera off. He never told Vitaly to chill. He never said, hey, wait a minute, we shouldn't do this. He never stopped him when he threatened to rob a woman. He never stopped him when he threatened to try to take a guard's gun, when he tried to take the motorbike, when he took the fan. None of this other stuff did he ever stop Vitaly. He just let him do whatever he was going to do and held the camera for him. And he knew better. And he could have at any point cut the stream. He could have terminated the video. He could have turned it off. He could have done whatever, right? And that would have been something he could have done, but he just...
I'm going to private message Legal Mindset, but I want to share this with all of you too. While Legal Mindset was sharing this information with all of you right now, and again, please subscribe to his channel, check him out. I was looking at Sly Kane's YouTube page. And look, I'm not going to say it was a full-on thorough process, but I checked out the first 3 latest videos and his most recent live stream that was a year ago. Everyone, the comments have all been turned off. So that means the 3 most recent videos and his most recent live stream that was a year ago, comments turned off. Oh, God. Oh, man.
Decided not to do that. Now, the president, and as well as several other people in the government, have made announcements that they are indeed looking for the accomplice of Vitaly, which is Christopher P. Dantes. So he, after this went down, went on the run. Now you can also see, I'm going to pull up here. This is another photo of him so you guys can get a good, nice picture of him here. Obviously, I know we have a lot of viewers over in the Philippines. By the way, big shout out to all my Pinoy brothers and sisters. You guys have been great on this, helping me with translations whenever there is stuff in Tagalog. You guys are great to send me the translations. And
Tagalog. I had a lot of people say, hey, Kit, you pronounced it wrong. I am so sorry. Tagalog.
thank you so much for that. I know there'll be some stuff I'm going to ask you for help on in the future. So thank you over there in the Philippines. But if you guys see him, obviously, you know what to do. You know it's time to report him to police. You know it's time to call up and say, hey, we know where this guy is. Come pick him up. Come find him because he is on the run. And how do we know he's on the run? Well, actually, his own streaming has given him away. One thing, and you're going to see this even in the comments of his chat here, is streamers tell on themselves. And because IRL streamers have to stream IRL, they have to stream in real life, they are ultimately condemned to eventually be caught because somebody that is watching them, including law enforcement, is going to look at their streams, is going to look at what they're doing and be able to tell where they are. The power of the internet is with even a little bit of information, even with a tiny bit of information, people will be able to find where you are. People can do geoguessing pretty accurately just based on limited information. But in this case, he gave away a ton of information about where he was recently, hiding outside of Manila. Now, I'm going to show the video where he really gives it away. This is his vacation video. So he's out here. He filmed this just on April 13th right? And you're going to see, you even see in the chat, I'm going to read some of these chats, which are actually funny. Somebody asked why he left Manila, and then he says, too much heat, probably. And then Kripke says, someone told me you're on the lam. Yeah, everybody. Because he is on the lam. He is running from the cops. He is running from, the justice system that is looking for him. And then even right here, it says, saying, are you not going to stream in Manila? No, because the second he goes back to Manila, he knows somebody is going to catch him. Somebody's going to find him. Somebody's going to report him, right? They probably have a warrant out for him or whatever, whatever equivalency is going on there in Manila. So he would definitely get caught if he slips up in Manila. So instead, he decided to go to a private resort. We're going to show little details, and we're going to then show you how it was found. So you see here, I'm not going to play the audio because there's some copyright music in the background, so I don't want to get hit on that. But you can see the buildings in the background, and because you can see those buildings in the background, that was enough information, guys. The buildings in the background, and
I mean, my God, all people have to do is just do Google Maps, Google search, review, all what they have to do. And see, here's the thing about these in real life streamers. See, they have to do it. It's a drug to them. But because of the scumbag content that Sly Kane was doing with Vitaly, I mean, he's screwed. He's born and raised in the Philippines. And you're gonna let some foreigner harass women, harass security officials, police, steal, be a public nuisance, make threats? You're gonna film it? Oh, you're beyond cooked, honey.
the beach and kind of the layout, that was enough to be able to tell exactly where he was. And from that information, the netizens out there, within a day, 1 day of him being there, identified him as staying at Maya's little private resort. Now, by the way, it seems like a fine institution. I'm not going to besmirch their resort. They probably had no idea who he was or whatever, but they were able to figure that out very, very easily, that it was Maya's little private resort down there in San Vicente, Besong, Padre Burgos, Quezon. So he was hanging out there. And how do they know? Well, when you look at the buildings, they're kind of specific, and you can see them in this, see a very similar shot in this video from their own resort Facebook page. So if you go to their Facebook page here and you just play this video, we're going to play this here.
There it is.
You're able to see pretty much the same beach, the
Mhm.
tables that he was at.
Mhm.
And then when you turn around, boom, there it is. You see that
There it is.
same building over there?
Same building. Now, here's the thing. I am not only am I going to post what the president commented on Vitaly, I'm going to also post Legal Mindset's video and share it with all of you, so that way you can also know more about this. And I think it's important that we do spread the word about standing up against these bullies. Again, even just while doing this live on air, first of all, find this out. His Instagram, Sly Kane, the cameraman for Vitaly, made his account private. When I went to check out his YouTube channel, his 3 most recent videos, comments turned off. When I went to check out on his YouTube channel, his most recent live stream from a year ago, comments turned off. This man is on the run. And look, I get the addiction of being live and sharing content and all that jazz, but you are a man on the lam and you are on the run. And here it is right now, just today, right now, for everyone to see this. The president of the Philippines did a reaction video to Vitaly. So he's already calling Vitaly crazy. This is also happening during election season in the Philippines. Oh, and on top of that, too, you better believe that the president's going to ask, hey, if Vitaly's there, who's holding the camera? So you got the boss man of the country and everyone else in the chain of command looking for the cameraman. Oh, tick, 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 tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. That's the clock. Honey child, you're cooked. Vitaly's cooked. Don't be a nuisance streamer. Don't be a bully. Be a good person. And to all you nuisance streamers out there, time's up because the Philippines led the way. South Korea is going to take its time with Johnny Somali. Oh, man. This is pure gold. We here at Hardlands Media salute the Philippines, stand up against bullies, and fight for a better future. This, oh, man, is one of those things where if you're on your way to work right now, you can stretch back and say, well, at least I ain't that guy.